Welcome back to the Supreme Identity Podcast, where we explore identity, uncover raw truths, and step into your supreme selves. I'm your host, Nagader, and this is your space to break free from labels, embrace your authenticity, and unlock the power that's been inside of you all along. Today, we're continuing our Seasons of Change series, and this one is about that strange in between where jumping straight from June to November, skipping between a few months because I honestly got busy and I forgot to record some episodes, but we're just gonna jump into it. So, this summer was alive between work trips, hanging out with friends, and meeting new people. It felt like it was a consistent go, 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 forever in motion. It was busy, but it was in a good way busy. I liked and enjoyed being busy. It was laughing, good energy, good connections. It felt like things were finally going in the right direction for me. It felt like they were flowing again. I was saying yes to opportunities I've never done before. I was traveling, surrounding myself with good energy. And then when September came, I went to my first big work conference. I don't know if any of you guys heard. It's called Splunkcoff. I went up in Boston. It was a super cool experience. Like definitely overwhelmed, but recommend it if you're into IT, Splunk, tech. 10 out of 10 experience. The atmosphere, the networking, the sense of it all. I felt like I was already leveling up just within that short weekend. Left the conference feeling great, motivated, ready to continue building. Then out of nowhere, I lost my job. That moment hit like whoosh, like a big tsunami. It was draining and freeing all at the same time because it's a lot of pressure when you lose your job, but then I had all of this freedom all of a sudden and kind of sense no responsibility. Um, it took the day to day, the rhythm, the security, the schedule out away from me, and I was like, what do I do? But the freeing part, because for the first time in a long time, I had space to breathe with a moment, um, to just kind of do whatever. Within 1 month, I applied to over 200 jobs, and that sounds like a crazy amount. Yes, I did a lot of the easy applies, so just click, 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 but 200 within 1 month, and I only got 3 interviews. That's just the job market now, and you can't let that get you down. I could have let that crush me, but I didn't because the truth is you can't lose your drive just because life rerouted you. You can't start thinking you're moving backward just because your direction changed. I'll be honest, I'm in the process of moving back home to New Jersey, so it might look like a step back. At first, it looked like a huge step back for me, and I was getting really down about myself and saying, like, I've come so far just to come back again. But it's not. It's actually moving forward in a different way. I'm not the same person I was the last time I lived here, and this time I'm coming back with a clearer head, a stronger sense of who I am, and a new understanding of what and who I want in my life. Over the past couple of months, I've met tons of different people from like all different walks of life, some amazing, some were temporary, and some who revealed they're exactly the type of people I do not want to be around and not want to help, I do not want to fix because I'm the main character in my story. That's been a powerful realization that letting go isn't loss, it's direction. Letting go of people for the right reasons is healthy. And honestly, it's a skill I've always had and I always tapped into, but I've never really paid attention to fully. I've never noticed how I'm able to let go of people and see how my life had a positive from it. I always just wanted to hold on to everybody because I felt like they provided in some form or fashion. So I'm starting to, I guess you could say, protect my space and protect my energy. I'm not allowing people to drain me just because I feel bad. I no longer feel bad for certain things because it's not my job to sit there and help and fix everybody when I'm trying to do that for myself. It helped me stay a little bit motivated when I started finding myself steering away from people who have this negative energy about their life and about themselves. And when you cut off that type of negativity, you create more space for momentum. You are lighter. Think of taking out all of those extra textbooks you have in your backpack on your way to school. It's like, hey, I don't need this. Your back is so much lighter. You feel so much freer. It's just easier. So that's what I was essentially doing, taking that negativity out of my backpack so I can walk better. Me doing that, setting these boundaries, it kept me from doom scrolling all day. I still do a little bit, but not as much. I catch myself better more. I keep from sleeping super late, from spiraling to self-doubt. It's crazy how much change happened within like what a couple weeks of just taking negative energy and negative people out. Sometimes peace doesn't always come from fixing your situation, but it comes from filtering your circle. And I know everyone's like, oh, they're not benefiting me. That's why I need to let them go. But that's not essentially what I'm saying when I mean letting people go. When you feel you're always down or something kind of bothers you or you're unsure of who you are around a certain group, certain type, certain place, that's when you need to say, hey, I need to step back a little bit because there's no positivity coming from this at all. There's no lightheartedness. I shouldn't have to be nervous or anxious to do certain things or try to have a conversation with someone and you know it's going to turn sideways. Maybe that needs to be let go. You need to take space from that. Just don't even get into it. Sometimes just ignore people. That's all you can really do. And that's when you have to kind of take inventory of who and what is helping you grow. Losing that job kind of forced me to slow down. It reminded me that drive isn't just about working hard, putting in extra hours, staying up late. Even when the path changes, it's okay. And this version of me, the one that's coming back here, the one rebuilding, the one choosing peace over chaos, he's definitely a lot stronger. I'm more aware, more intentional because I'm not chasing what I lost anymore. I'm building what's next. I'm taking from what I learned into where I am now. I'm taking those books that I don't need, leaving them, and putting the books that I need in my backpack to continue moving forward. If you're in your own season of change right now, just remember that sometimes the universe shake things up, not to punish you, but for you to see and for you to be prepared for what's next. To pull out what's draining you so you can see what is actually meant for you in life. The stillness of fall has this way of showing you what matters. It kind of strips away the noise, the distractions, the illusion of control, until you're face to face with just yourself. And when you look back at that version of self, you say, I'm still here, I'm here and I'm better. That's powerful right there. And that's only you doing it for yourself. So here's your supreme shift for the week. Take a couple minutes and just reflect on 3 different things. What in life has recently ended that might actually be setting you free? Who or what have you let go of that made more peace for you? And what small habits and boundaries is helping you stay grounded right now? Write these down, say them out loud, share with someone you trust. Just do the exercise, whether it's mentally, verbally, or physically, write it down. Doing these things will help you. Because when you honor yourself, even when it's uncertain, you create space for this transformation. And you can't just only think about it. Sometimes you have to put it into existence. You know how they say, preach what you practice, or like say it into existence. Those are things that are important for you to do. So practice just saying it to yourself in your head, then writing it down to make it physical, and then talk about it with someone. But for now, that's a wrap on this episode of Supreme Identity Podcast. Remember, growth is a journey. Every step brings you closer to your supreme self. If today's conversation spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Hit the subscribe so you never miss an episode. I'm going to be a lot better. I promise. I'm getting back on my flow. I'm getting a routine down. So December, there'll be an episode 100% for sure. We'll talk about holidays, Thanksgiving, everything like that. But for now, stay true, stay positive, and keep stepping into the supreme version of yourself.